All righty. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Chewing the Fat with Rollin Picker. Um, Jason, I'm going through some of the names up here. I was looking at the chat before I start. I was looking at the chat, and I see that Becky was first, just edged out Deb's Treasures by I think probably a few seconds. And Misha's here, Deb's, and then smell my middle crack picker comes in here out the name, but he says it's Jason, just not putting two and two together. So I don't know. Gotta help me out here, guys. I'm trying to place Jason. Maybe I'm just confused today. Today's been a crazy day. Um, hey, Hedwig, glad you could make it. Um, Everything's going good. It's going good. Becky, just trying to figure out, trying to place Jason. That's all. Just trying to place Jason, having a little fun. Hey, good afternoon there, Dwayne. Um, I was going to wait till a little bit, a couple more people get in here because it pertains to quite a few people. There's going to be a shout out, tonight, and then an announcement. Uh, you're friends with BCP, Bum Crack Picker. Okay, all right, I get it. So he's probably across the pond, or he's here locally. Hey, Barbara, glad you can make it. Oh, you're not feeling well today, so I'll be in and out. Well, I hope you start feeling better, Barbara. You know, I'll be saying some prayers for you. Okay, so what's going on is if y'all haven't, by looking at the chat, last Tuesday or last Wednesday, it was last Wednesday, not this one, but the Wednesday before, I reached monetization. YouTube sent me the email saying that my channel is monetized now, and I wanted to share that with you guys, and I wanted to give some shout outs to some people that that helped me out with that. Hey, H goodness, glad you can make it, Francis. Um, the what had happened actually was I didn't know how you could tell. I know that. Well, let me put it this way: in the beginning, when I first started, buddy, back in 2016, if your channel had, I guess, a certain amount of people or whatever, you could be monetized. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you, Dwayne, for that super chat. It's much appreciated. But guys, guys, it's not required. There's no need for that. But I do appreciate it, Dwayne. And Dwayne, you're going to be mentioned in here quite a bit. So what had happened was then they changed it, as everybody knows, to the 4,000 hours and 1,000 subs, and it never used to be that way. And then they changed it, and I guess because maybe the super larger channels were complaining or whatever. I'm not sure. So what had happened was I had forgotten about it, and I just let it kind of slide. And I kept looking at the back of my stats, my analytics, because you want to check to see how your videos are doing, which ones are getting traction, which ones aren't. Then it gives you ideas on what you should maybe talk about or do a video about or whatever. So I'm really was really getting into the analytics side of YouTube to try to understand it, because I saw other people's channels growing and doing things, and stuff was happening, and I wanted to understand how it was happening. Well, Angie, my daughter, used to be. Thank you, Debs Treasures, for that super chat. I appreciate that. Angie used to be my daughter. So get this, used to be monetized and was getting payments from YouTube, and then they changed it on her. I guess she had enough subs, but she didn't have the hours. And me, I was just starting out, and I was hung up on some hours, and some things were going. And to kind of give you guys a little bit of backstory. So what had happened was, I just went about my business, and went to watch other resellers to learn stuff, make comments in their chats and in the comments in the description of the videos, And then I ran into Dwayne, Products, and him and Walk and Picker Chris. And I used to watch their shows when they did a show together. I never said anything inside of it. I always lurked, because it was just I wanted to make sure, that's where I wanted to be, and I did want to be there. And then Dwayne started this auction thing, and this all leads up to what happened with me with the monetization. When Dwayne started out, there was like 10 people that were at the auctions, and I know I was one of them. As a matter of fact, I know Dwayne was like my 5th sub, and when he subbed to me, I thought that was the best thing in the world, because there's this guy that's this auction dude. It's going to be doing this auction house thing, and it was great, and it just kind of started from there. And as I watched his channel grow and things happen for him, even in the light of some discouraging comments, about it's going to fail, nothing's going to work. And, guys, we hear that a lot on YouTube. There's a lot of people that criticize each other's channels. And there's some people that come and criticize everybody's channels, and they've got nothing to do with the people. They're not even part of the niche or the family, or I guess they call it a niche or the genre. Like they just come from anywhere. And it can be discouraging. And that really hadn't happened to me, but maybe a couple of times. But I didn't let it happen, bother me, because my daughter had said, Pop, you're going to get haters. You're going to get people that don't like you. They're going to say nasty things. Just keep being you and do you, Do you. That's the best thing you can do. So I plugged on, and I kept watching Dwayne, and I started watching a few more other people, and I kind of stuck into the reseller community. I didn't go outside. And I watched them all, and there's a few that I still watch to this day religiously. I know I don't watch them all. I watch Dwayne when he's live, and then I go back to watch some of the auctions if I miss something or I'm researching something and I think I saw that product. I watch definitely Tanya. She gave me my first break on YouTube. She asked me to do a video about myself, and she promoted my my channel, and and that was in the beginning, and from there I met Angie Treasured Vintage, and then I ran in and met Goldfinger Picker, Craigslist Hunter, Pete. I met Chad and Pete. I met Ronnie, and then I met Lonnie and Garage Flips, and in there in that mix, I started watching Global Voodoo and a few other guys. And I just stuck in that niche, I just stuck in there to where it was just that group. I didn't go outside of that group. And as time progressed, I was hung up on like 500 subs. I didn't know what to do to get more people. Should I try auctions, doing an auction, or help people out, or more lessons, or more talk, or more what? I didn't know, and I used to bounce ideas off of, the people that really helped me the most in bouncing ideas was my daughter and my son-in-law. That's So Get This and Katy Trader. And then there was Going on Grumpy, and I met her through, I don't remember what auction it was at. Probably it was MSP where I first ran into her, and I met Barb. Thank you. Yeah, it is a PQ code. Thank you, Dia, for the super chat. And then I met Dia, Immortal Hourglass, through one of Sandy's videos. And these 4 people basically were the ones that, well, actually they helped me. They kept me going and kept me focused. But it was Dia that brought it to my attention on how to tell where you were at as far as monetization. And it wasn't really a big thing for me, because I thought, well, I'll never reach the 4,000 hours. I don't even have it, man. I'm looking at the minutes and I'm trying to figure them out. And, you try to get videos on them and watch videos. There's always some kind of vague information out there. Nobody really just comes out and shows you. And so she told me, she says, go to your set of features or whatever it is, and where it'll say monetization is not enabled, click on learn more. And then it'll tell you how many subs you have, and it'll tell you subscribers you have, how many hours, watch time hours you have. So I went in there and looked, and I was like, oh my God, I got like 2,900, 3,000 watch hours. I said, how can it be? I didn't put out videos for like the longest time. I skipped a lot. Then that time that I was sick, there was like 3 months of videos. How can I have 3,000 hours? And it made me think that maybe some of my videos do have traction and people do find value in them. So I was just going to give up on the whole thing. And she's like, no, man, you need to push that. You need to keep putting out videos. And Barb said the same thing. Angie was the same way, James. And so I started doing those. Selena wanted to auction some stuff off. So I thought, well, I'll help Selena. You know, I asked Selena, did you ever think of going to Dwayne MSP? Thank you, Barbara, for the $10 super chat. Congrats, Cupcake. You know, I'll hardly ever hear Cupcake anymore. I hope I didn't scare anybody away from doing that, especially the women. I kind of consider that very endearing, you know, especially with the story. And Barb, thank you for that $5 super chat. It's much appreciated. All of it's appreciated, guys. So what happened was I didn't know what to do. So as I was doing these auctions, then I kind of got, you guys noticed that Dia took over. I kind of got tired of them. I just got kind of getting bored with tired with YouTube, and just, you know how you hit that wall sometimes. And I was in a chat, in a messenger chat on Facebook with Dwayne, and we were talking, and he's like, you know, you remember how it used to be with me and this and that, and you know, you're doing those auctions, and I was like worried I was cutting in on his territory, and we were talking, and he's like, you know, dude, there's so many other people doing that. You want to help people, man. Be you. You got to keep going. I know it sounds, he goes, I know it sounds like, you know, cliche, but you got to get tough. You got to get going. You know, stick with it. You'll get, it's okay to take a break. You know, don't do them like where nobody knows what's going on, you know, because he said, like, we thought you were dead type thing. And I thought, you know what, you know, Dwayne, you're right. You know, Dwayne truly is a brother from another mother. I mean, he's like my best friend, one of my best friends on here. And he kind of got me sparked back into it and wanting to do more. And I stopped checking. I didn't check the monetization thing anymore. I just put that aside. I said, you know what, I'm just going to follow. You know, Dwayne gave me some great advice. Barb gave me great advice. Dia gave me great advice. My kids gave me great advice. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep going. Well, you know, I've been preaching this. You got to step out of your box. Go and see other things. Well, I had somebody ask me one in a message. They said, how did you get to the subs you got? You know, like, are you buying them? What are you doing? Because I shot from like 500 to 1,000 in like no time. And right now I'm at 1,118. And basically, guys, I'm going to give you the skinny on how I did it. I went to YouTube one day, and in my recommend, there was this channel recommended called Carter's Eats, because I've been watching some mukbang channels. You know, I started getting interested in the mukbang and the food challenges. It's really interesting watching somebody pound, you know, shove, you know, 20 pounds of turkey down their gullet, potatoes, and the whole Thanksgiving dinner and still survive. You know, I mean, it's kind of interesting. And these guys are professional. Some of them are professional eaters. And so I got into that. I started watching the mukbang. I watched Nick Ducato, Avocado. I watched Eric the Electric. He does food challenges and mukbangs. And then I watched him and his girlfriend. They called the Electrics. There's a guy named Nate. I watched him. Some of these guys are just phenomenal. And in this feed was in this recommendation was somebody called Carter's Eats. And this shout out's I mean, I've shouted out a lot of the others, and the ones that I have shouted, their channels are already in the description, like Dia, Barb's, Angie's, and James. Dwayne, I'm going to put, I mentioned Dwayne, so I got his handy. And you guys, and I want to take tonight, because he's got an auction tonight with Bougie Bear Vintage. And I want to make sure everybody gets over there, you know, to support the channel. And so I went over to Carter Eats, and I watched Carter Eats. And what it was is she's a mom. She's got 2 kids, and she does networking. Well, basically, she does mukbangs. And the mukbang that I watched was her her niece and her little daughter, Blake, who stole the video. Blake is just crazy, crazy, crazy. I love the family. They're awesome. And I'm putting her channel in the chat. And so I started watching her channel, and I started watching some of the mukbangs. I started watching some of the networking she was doing. And one day I came across a video of hers that was, here's the rules. Now, this is when YouTube kind of came out with like 3 sets of how they're doing things. Like one, they changed the wording that they're using to watch My Skywatch. Robin, thank you for that super chat. You know, you guys need to go check out My Skywatch. She's got some videos. I believe I've seen you do have videos up. I know you do, because I've been over there. You need to go check her out. And hey, Kim Webster, you're here. Want to say hey, and San Juan Gonzalez, and I'm just gonna get I'm gonna get to all this, guys. So she was having this talk about certain words you can't say. They're looking for them, like they're looking to shut down sub for subs, people that do excessive emojis and comments on videos that have already posted, looking for any words or anybody saying this or that. It's crazy. And then she says, this is how you guys need to do this. If you want to grow your channel, look at somebody's name on the chat, click the little 3 dots, go to their channel. If you like their channel, watch something. If you like their channel, give them a thumbs up, click the red subscribe button, the bell for notification, leave them a comment and a thumbs up, and watch their video. And I took it a step further. You know, I did that, and I started going into other chats and other shows, and I never did much of the where the guys like, I got you, rang your doorbell, watered your plants, mowed the lawn, painted the fence, whatever the code words that they're using to try to get around the algorithm. All I did was I went into somebody's chat, clicked the thing, looked at somebody else's video, liked it, enjoyed what I saw, so I subscribed so I could watch more of their videos, left a comment, and I didn't say 2 words. Or I would go in and watch one of their videos, I'd make a comment, and I wouldn't say anything else. And my channel started growing. You know, it wasn't a sub for sub or a buy in it or, you know, any of that stuff, guys. It's just, you got a network, man. You got to get outside your comfort zone. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple thousand resellers, but there's more to reselling. You know, there's more to life than reselling. So I started doing that. I went to the wood chopping and the wood turning and the crafting, and I went to the paranormal. And we're going to talk about a guy that helped me out big time one night. And he even had a TV show. I think it was on TLC. And I just said, hey, and making comments and chatting up with people and asking them how their life's going. And that's how it started growing. And I got to this like hump. Believe it or not, I got to this hump of like 800 and something. And the next guy I'm going to mention, dude, guys, this guy was on a show on TLC, had a ghost hunting show. I signed a contract with TLC, or whoever the network was. So he wasn't allowed to do any YouTubing. And now that he's not out of the contract, and he does his own paranormal, his own ghost hunting, his own stuff, he's starting to grow his channel. And the guy is Psycho Ghost Trackers. And what happened was one night in a feed, on a recommended feed, I saw, oh, Psycho Ghost Trackers. I gotta go check this guy out. So I went, and he was in there, and he was helping people with their channels and giving them reviews on, like, you know, where things should be and how your thumbnails look and how your header looks and, you know, how it comes across to people. And I just built a relationship with the guys. I liked his videos when he was checking out haunted spaces, haunted places and all, and I liked his videos. So I subbed to him and subscribed, and I watched his stuff. And one night I was in there, and he's like, hey, guys, let's go help Rollin Picker. And I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think nothing of it. And he helped grow my channel. He was the one that helped me reach over 1,000. He really loves this community. He loves YouTube. He loves the people. He's a good guy. I give him all the credit in the world for helping me attain that goal. And the whole point to this is it's outside that circle. It's outside your area. It's step out of your box, step out of your comfort zone. You know, I mean, I didn't know if I was going to like paranormal, even though I used to watch it on TV. You know, I watched a couple of I got car guys that I follow now because I used to be a car guy, car nut, you know, and I watched that stuff, and I watched the Bigfoot. I've got other people I watch. I watch homesteaders. I watch farmers. I watch ranchers. I watch it all, guys. And I've built relationships with these people. You know, now, and like I built a relationship with a lot of you guys. You know, and that's how it happened. There's one more person that came in my feed on a mukbang, and I put her up here because late at night when I couldn't sleep, and I mean I couldn't sleep, she was usually on, and I would go and I'd go over and I'd watch her, and her name's Valin Coco, and she reads the rules, she helps people, she gets them to understand what you can and can't do, and she's just funny, and she makes me laugh, she cracks me up, and I enjoy the channel, and she helped me too. So there's one other person that when I wanted to really give up, and she had asked me one time, "Are you close? You should be close. You've been on here since 2016," and I've built a really good relationship with her. She feels like she's family to me, and I had her on yesterday, and that's Jewelry Nurse. Cindy kind of pushed me a little more above and beyond what the others did to keep doing what I'm doing, to not worry about what people say. You're going to step on toes. You're not going to step on toes. Some are going to love you. A lot are going to hate you. And she just made good sense, you know. And because, you know, guys, when you can't get up and move around, you hit a wall and you hit it real fast. And you need something to push you over that edge. And Cindy was it. She was everybody that I mentioned had something to do with it, but Cindy was the tipping point. It was that, like I was teetering and it was just that little, and off the edge I went, and then things just changed. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Velvet. Glad you all could make it. Bear River Homestead. You know, guys, there's people in here that, I hate using the word subscribe. You know, I mean, I follow them. They're in here. Check them out. Hey, Barrel Boy Woods and the Bear River Homestead. You know, these guys, you know, the Rights Way. I can't remember where I met them. It was either in one of Carter's Eat or maybe Vaughn Coco. Probably Carter Eats is where mostly I've seen them. You know, and there's a lot of other great people that, hey, Tiki and Eric Hill. Hey, guys. There's a lot of great people, and just click the little 3 buttons. Go check them out. You know, you don't have to buy subscribers. You don't have to. I mean, it is important to have, you know, like post stuff on social marketing. I do post stuff on the on the YouTube on my Rollin Picker page, and then I post stuff in Instagram. I'm a little bit behind on Instagram and Twitter, but I have started to step it up, and that's basically what you got to do, and you got to keep it going. And the other thing too is seems to have been a miscommunication about what is Um, there's a miscommunication about, I guess, some things you shouldn't say and some things you shouldn't do. Like, I think YouTube's watching for the words like visited, I visited you, or I rang your bell. I've been watching some of this YouTube training stuff that's going through, and they've been pushing through the they've been pushing through their site. They've got these like classes you can take and watch to teach you how to do stuff, and it's really good stuff to watch, guys. It'll help you. By bot or other people are timing people out for saying certain things. That's because YouTube's tightening the reins, man. They're watching what you're doing. They're watching what you're saying, and it doesn't take much nowadays to get either unmonetized or to get your channel completely deleted, especially if it involves a video that involves children. I mean, they're really tightening up because there's people complaining. So the other thing is the self promotion. I know a while back I did something about self promotion. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen sometimes, guys. When you put your channel in or somebody else's channel in, when it's not the host, or there's times that you can click that link and it will, and I've heard it happen, it will remove you from that tab. It'll keep, instead of that going to another window or another tab, it'll go to that person's channel. It takes you away from the one you're watching or the one you're supporting. I do allow self-promotion, putting links into your channels when I get near the end, and I'm not going to be very long, so, I will allow, we'll have a round where people can put, I've already put Dwayne's in there. If Dwayne wants to put his channel in there again, because he does have an auction coming up in an hour and a half, if anybody's got anything going on, go ahead. You can put them up now if you want, and just put up your channel. Just don't, ask for people to come over live. So basically, what I didn't do is I didn't do what a lot of people do, which is when I go into somebody's chat, I never self-promoted. I never said, "Hey, I'm going live," unless they allowed me to do it, or "Hey, come watch me," or "Come follow me," or "Come do this," because it's just rude. No cults flag for me, Eric Hill. No cults. Texans all the way. Right there, baby. Right there. And those Rockets, that's going to be your world champions here this year. And the Astros back there, already off to a good start. So anyway, that's just basic common sense. That's being rude. So those are basically the things that I did and what I didn't do. And because of you guys, because of, I call you my family, because I hate using subscribers, because you're my family, you all are the ones that help me do it. You help me push over the top. And because of that, I want to give something back. So we're going to have a giveaway for me reaching monetization. Hey, Laurie, there's only going to be a couple of rules here. After this video, when I'm done with this live stream, it reposts, when it reloads on this one, you need to make a comment. One, because I'm going to use a comment, automatic comment selector. And two, you have to be subscribed. Now here's the deal. I'm going to give this thing a couple of days. I might let it go up until Tuesday, but when you see that when I put up that it's closed, I won't be taking any more people. As far as comments, I'll close it. You need to be subscribed, and that means that I'm going to have time to go through, check the comments. If I don't see you subscribe to my channel, I have to be this way to be fair. To go around looking for live giveaways, and they enter them, or they sub once, and they enter, and then they unsub. It's just to get the stuff free, and that's not right. It needs to be, I'll know who the real people are. But if I don't see your name in my subscriptions, in my subscribers list, I'm going to delete your comment, because it's only fair. And what I'm going to do to make it fair for all international and the U.S., I'm going to do another Amazon email gift card, but I'm not going to do one. I'm going to do two. I'm going to do two $25 Amazon email gift cards, so you can use it for whatever you want on Amazon. And that's what I'm going to do for this giveaway, to say thank you to you guys, because I still got to come up with something for the going over the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I haven't figured out what to do with that yet. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to do I'm a real person. Just saying. I know you are, brother. You are real. Very real. And a good guy, too. So that's what's going to happen. Going to have a giveaway. I will probably announce the winner next Saturday's Chewing the Fat. What we'll do is or maybe I'll do it Friday. I don't have anything scheduled for Friday. Just look for make sure you got the notifications clicked so you can make sure you get notified. And we'll do the giveaway, and it'll be by the random comment nabber thing. And it'll be for the comments that'll be in this video, not here in the super chat, not here in the chat, but in the comments after the video reloads. Because these are it won't recognize those, but it will recognize the ones down under the description. So make sure you make your comment, make sure you're subscribed. And I think what we'll do is we'll let it run until Tuesday. So Tuesday midnight Pacific time. No, we're going to do Central Time, my time. 12 p.m. my time is when it's going to be over. So, and then that's when I'll start doing my culling the herd to make sure that we have only legits that are getting the giveaway. And we'll do probably the giveaway Friday. So just keep an eye out for that, guys. And I know this kind of went rambling on, and it went around and around and around. But all you guys, even the ones that don't have videos, man, get out there and do a video. Don't be afraid. No. I appreciate that, Dwayne, but I put that there because everybody that does them has them. I don't expect it, but I do appreciate you wanting to help out. Actually, the guy that needs the super chat, guys, is Dwayne. When you go over to his channel, I don't know why more people don't do it. When he does the auctions, Dwayne, and I got to say this, Dwayne, hey, Mike, how's it going? The crazy card. How's it going, brother? I'm not shutting up, Dwayne. When he does the MSP auctions, when he first started these auctions out, all it was just to see if he could get traction to help people move some stuff. And I think, quite honestly, it was him wanting to move some stuff, their junkage, and it was Chris, Walker and Picker, wanting to move their junkage. You know, I think that's basically what it was. And then after Chris did it twice, then other people asked to come in. And I got on a crazy buying spree. But the thing is like a typical auction, when you go out to a regular auction house, I think they charge like a buyer's premium or a seller's premium. They got fees on top of this for when you buy. You know, Dwayne's never asked for any money. He's never asked any resellers. I've been on the channel twice, I think. Dwayne, is that right? Twice, 2 or 3 times? 2 times for sure. And he never said, hey, man, I need a cut, or I need a percentage, or I need this, or I need that. He's never done that. I don't know if he's done it to anybody else, but he's never done it to me. So if he hasn't done it to me, I know he's not done it to anyone else. And it would just be nice, man, if we started showing some love to Dwayne. You know, instead of waiting for somebody to put up something to auction off and then the proceeds go to Dwayne. You know, I know not everybody got a lot of money. Nobody's saying you got to give him $100. You got to give him $20 or whatever. You know, $2 here, $3 there. You know, just to show us love. Man, Carol, thank you for that super chat. $5. You were right. You are an original. You still are in the you know, Carol didn't want to come on when we first started doing Chewing the Fat. It was like really crazy. And we used to have her, Angie, James, me, Carol, and I think Monica was in there. Monica, Keeping It Real with the Millers. And yeah, Carol was one of the first original, you could say a founding member of Chewing the Fat. And man, we used to have a ball. And I know, Dwayne, there's a lot of love given to you, but you know what? It takes. I don't think people realize. Tanya does help by doing the thumbnail, and that's a load of work. I mean, I do my own thumbnails. I do the pictures. I get the previews set up. Dwayne has to promote. He does the same thing. Promote to people. It's a lot of work setting that up, brother. It's not easy. And I just think you should get a little more reward than what you get, because I don't think there would have been that many people doing auctions. And you got to all admit, we've come in, done them, whether we're doing pop-ups or we're doing calling them like I've been doing, or Dia or the rest of them. Oh, that one's for James. I wish James was in here. Thank you, Carol. $2 for James. Tarot cards, devil. That's for James. I'll make sure he gets his. I'll make sure he gets his 70%, because that's what's going to be left over for sure. I'll make sure he gets it so he can go get him a couple of taco hot sauce packs and all, maybe a soda. But I don't mean to go on about it, Dwayne, and I'm not trying to embarrass you, brother. I'm just saying you paved the way for. I don't know how many people were doing auctions. I never even thought of looking at auctions. I was just learning how to share how I resold, or find places to source, things to do, people to meet, kind of exchange ideas, show how I do things from, either a wheelchair or the bed. And that's all I was interested in. And then you did the auctions on Mothership Products. And then I think we all just rode in on your coattails. So, as far as I'm concerned, you're the founding father for the YouTube online auctions. And I think you should get something for that. And I'll always think you should get something for that. Whether, and I don't mean to embarrass you, brother, because God knows I've embarrassed enough people in my life. But I just had to make sure that I got that out there, guys. If you can, show some love to him and Heather. It's hard work. Angie writes down the winners, and it's tough. Dia's done it for me, and she'll tell you it's tough. Heather does it, plus has to keep track of because he gets their info, so she has to pair up the winner's name with the real name, with the shipping address, to give the info with the email address for PayPal invoices to the reseller. So it's just not Heather sitting there just writing down a name. Oh, Rollin Picker this time, okay. No, it's not that. She's got to pair that information up, and then they send all that. So if there's, say, 2 sellers, and there's total of 18 items, and it's 2 different sellers, that's 2 different people that she has to keep track of, let alone Dwayne calling for 2 separate people. So show them some love, man. They really deserve it. For one, starting the auctions, getting the thing rolling on YouTube, for everybody else to be able to take part, and for the work that they continue to do to support the community. And you all support the community. I got to say, I know I'm leaving people out. I know I'm leaving people out. It's and it's not intended. And I never. I mean, there's so many people that have been good to me and been nice, that have helped me grow, helped me learn things, helped me learn who I am, who I want to be, what I want to be, and help me get through some of the other stuff that's the craziness, and it's just time to stop with the craziness. I don't know but it can't be helping a lot of people. It hurts a lot of people, and I'm just thankful that you guys stuck with me and you watch my videos. I would love more ideas for more videos to do. I just don't want to do auctions and the chew the fat on Saturdays. I'd like to do some other stuff, maybe when I get the chair fixed, we get the wheel, we'll do some videos with that. And Misha, you say you love the community. It's been amazing. It is. If you noticed, a lot of times when people are doing things, they either extend a hand to help, whether it's with fixing the house or helping them with supplies or sending product or just buying something and sending it to them during the auctions or whatever. We had that happen last night. You know, Vicky Porter. I mean, everybody does it, but people don't get recognition, and they should. Yeah, I might do pop-ups, Lori. I'm trying to kind of think through it and, you know, and get through it and work it out so I do it right. I mean, I watched enough of Carol's, and I'm starting to watch Dia's, and I watched Barb's. I should at least know it by now how to do it, but we're getting close to the 6 o'clock hour. I didn't want to go this long because I wanted to make sure y'all had time to get some dinner and make sure you're over at the auction to support Dwayne and Heather, support April. You know, she's selling some stuff. So go on over there and see what's going on. Spread the love, you know, share it. Because, you know, when you have a bad day, there's going to be enough people around to help you get through it, you know, and that's, I guess, the thing about the community. You don't have cheerleaders when everything, there's not just cheerleaders in this community. And now when I say community, I mean like all the people that I watch, that I brought in and that I network with myself. They're part of my family too. And there's not just people that are there to cheerlead for you when it goes good. They cheerlead for you. They cheerlead for you. They're your cheerleaders when you're having a rough time. And they're there to pick you up. They're there to help you. And that's the bottom line. I wanted to say because Stone Cold said so for a wrestling reference, but that probably would have been so, you know, so I don't know. But yeah, but that's basically what it is, you know. And I'll just go to the chat real quick. Yeah, Adia does do her pop-ups a lot different. Carol does hers in a different way. Carol doesn't show herself. Dia doesn't show herself. Barb, I don't think it shows herself. She just puts the items up there. I know Granny Josie shows herself, and she gives good prices. I've bought stuff from her. Been good stuff. So you can, you know, pick up good deals. Hashtag because Rollin Picker said so. Thank you, Becky. That's funny. Quite honestly, I think Stone Cold is better. Nathan, Red Nickerson Resale. Thank you, brother, for the super chat. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. You know, that's a brother in Christ right there. Man who's not ashamed to show it and say it. You know, and I appreciate people like that. But over and start supporting each other, man. Through the good, bad times. I know you guys will always do it. You always will. And basically, that's it. Make sure for the giveaway, I'll call it Friday. Make sure I see you in my subscribers list, and leave a comment when this video reloads, because this is the video I'm going to use the comment picker outer thingy. And I'll do it live, and we're going to do two $25 Amazon gift cards. Email. They're going to be email ones. So my international family members can partake in the fun, because I want everybody to have a chance at it. Hey, Kathleen Brandt, how's it going? I've been watching your channel, man. Your videos. You got some pretty good pickups there. You know, Kathleen does. Most people I probably think she doesn't do videos, but she does, and she does some buys. So it's kind of like her version of a retail. She picks up some really cool stuff, and I've been enjoying those. One other person I want to say to support them and help them out is uniquely me, Tracy. She just started doing videos. She's been doing them. They're really good. Hey, Mike, Ugly Flag, man. You know what, bro? You're right, but it's going to stay up. Might be ugly, but it's going to stay up, man. So, I mean, I could shout out everybody here. I could tell you all, and just two people, man. Go watch some do it yourselves, home decor, Bigfoot, mukbangs, food challenges, wood turning, wood carving, knife people, toy people, Funko Pop people, all kinds of cool stuff. And make some new friends, man, and network. You won't regret it. So, as always, I'd like to tell everybody to, when you get a chance, like, subscribe if you haven't done it. Make sure you ring the bell. Always leave a comment when you watch my videos, and share. Share this with somebody you think might find it interesting. And I'm going to ask God to bless each and every one of you. I know I always do it, and I know people say, hey, you know what, Roland, that's us repetition, repetition. But the thing is, I mean it from my heart. Ask God to bless each and every one of you, man. And it's going beyond prosperity, man. I want him to open your eyes and touch your heart and open your ears and let you see stuff that you've never seen before and experience it like I do and have a great time. Y'all are going to love it, man. And I'm going to ask him to do that for you. Well, along with, it doesn't hurt to ask for a little prosperity and health and happy family, happy life. But I want him to touch your heart, your ears, and your eyes, so everything is open and you can see new things and new things around you and enjoy them, because you don't want to miss what's out there. All right? So with that, I'm going to tell you, roll and pick her out, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be the giveaway. Y'all have a good evening. Bye-bye.